Good morning, YouTubers. How are we all? My name's Jan, for those of you who have just joined, and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond a gastric bypass, which I had tomorrow marks my 4 weeks. I mean, where has that time gone? It's absolutely crazy when you sit back and think it's been a month, 4 weeks since surgery, and how far I've come in that time, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it's gone so fast. You've got me this morning in my gym gear. I'm about to go out on the bike and have a cycle ride. We never did manage to get round to clearing the garage and my gym, so I have been either cycling or walking. Don't get me wrong, that's really good as well. And this morning I have 2 things to report. I started my period. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but only time will tell. And I had a natural poo, so that's a really good thing, and I feel better already. I kind of somehow feel that the blockage may have gone. Woohoo! I can live my life, be free. You know what I mean? It's just been there. And, you know, I try not to go into too much detail with you guys, but constipation's never fun. So anyway, that's really good, and I'm celebrating with a forcible after my breakfast. Yeah, a couple of things today. I wanted to say thanks to Perforce, I got some of this. It's a low carb pasta but high in protein. It's made from durum wheat and vegetable protein and eggs. So I thought I'd have this and make some bolognese last night for tea from Howie and I. And Howie's, my husband's a type 1 diabetic anyway, so he's always been on a low carb, and he's done it's the Dukan diet, where you're completely carb free for a certain time, and then you introduce your vegetables in, and then you slowly reintroduce other carbohydrates, but on a slow basis. So since he did that a few years ago when we lived in China, he's actually kept quite a low carb diet anyway, which is good for his blood sugars, or not, because he can go really low in blood sugar. So I figured that I'd do that for us last night, but sod's law, as it would have it. I've made the bolognese sauce. I've just started to boil the pasta knowing that he's getting home. And as he walked in the door, I said, "Oh, look, I'm going to use this low-carb pasta." And he said, "Oh, I'm low, Jan," meaning I'm low in blood sugars. And I was just like, "Okay, well, I'll make you some normal pasta then instead. It doesn't matter. It'll just be 10 minutes. Yeah, okay then." And then I couldn't find a saucepan. And it was a really weird conversation, because then he said, "Well, what are you doing with an extra saucepan?" I said, "We've just had a conversation about this, Howard. I asked you if you wanted proper carb pasta, and you said yes because you're low." And he said, "No, I didn't." Does anyone else get that? I was like, you've just had a full-on conversation with me 2 seconds ago, but you're absolutely denying it. And he was like, he was low in blood sugars, and it does crazy things to your head, but you question yourself, and you're just like, seriously? 2 seconds ago, you said, "Yes, please, I'm low." And now you're going, "I didn't say that." And it's like, bloody hell, you almost wish you had a dash cam on your head to be able to play it back and go. So anyway, that was a bit frustrating last night, but he was fine. He had the low carb. He didn't want normal carb stuff. So he'd already sorted his blood sugars out. So I don't even know why he mentioned it. Anyway, I'm just having a grumble. Probably because I've started my period, hence why I've been a bit aggy. And that's fine. I've also bought this, which I'm going to try in my smoothies today. When I get back from my cycle ride, I'll make up a smoothie and see how that goes. It's a high in protein peanut butter. I won't go through all the bits and pieces. It's vegan. It's a vegan product. It's got no added salt, no sugar, and it contains naturally occurring sugars. So I figured that might be quite nice to change the flavour a little bit in my smoothies, although yesterday's smoothie was really good. It's just because I make such a big bit and you can't drink very fast, it's actually really hard to drink that amount. So I ended up having it for lunch at my daughter's with a couple of mouthfuls of couscous, but yeah. So what else? Tell you about my frustration with my husband. I love him really, but yeah, it can be frustrating. My good news, like I said to you yesterday, I've been on this stall, and in fact I worked it out. It's been longer than a few days. I haven't really changed weight on the scales for probably 10 days. Fine, that's absolutely fine. But I have changed the inches, and I have worked it out for you. So On my calf, in total since the 1st of March, and we are now the 11th of April, I've lost 1.5 inches around my calf. I've lost 2 inches around my thighs. I've lost 6 inches on my bottom belly. You know, you get 2 bellies, well, I do. I've lost 5 inches on my top belly, and I've lost 1 inch on my boobs. Not worried, but actually really pleased. That's, for me, that's a really good milestone, and it proves that I'm heading in the right direction and things are getting smaller even if my weight stays put. Although I'm sure after having a big poo this morning and starting my period, which generally means that you're retaining a lot of water, I'm hoping in a couple of days to see us change in the scale. But we'll see about that. Yeah, and something else I wanted to talk about yesterday. On the Facebook group that I'm following, there was one, well, I'm not going to pinpoint, but there was a conversation going on, and a girl had asked, what were the reasons that you're told you can't have alcohol for however long after surgery? And she had a night out planned, and do we think as a group it would be okay if she had a little drink or something like that? Well, it just went really weird. The conversation on there, some woman said, firstly, why would you want to... Oh, I remember. Her comment was, I've paid a lot of money for my surgery and worked hard for it, so why would I want to abuse my body? Okay, get that. Thanks for your comment, but this wasn't about you. This was about the girl that asked the question. So lots of other people were just saying, look, listen to your body. If you've not been told anything else, you know, my surgeon just said, listen to your body. If you know, and I can't drink like I used to drink. And I know there's an element that we've all gone through this weight loss surgery because we've got an addiction, whether it be to food or whatever. But then it got even stranger. And the woman said something about, somebody else had made a comment that they've been out over the last 6 months and had a bottle of wine each time they go out or something, but everybody to their own, right? And the same woman just put this nasty comment like, why would you want to waste this brilliant change of a life? You know, and I just think, I really believe in, if you've got nothing nice to say and it doesn't add value or positivity to that person that's asking a question and asking for people's advice, don't bother. You know, that's absolutely, it was just disgraceful. And a lot of people jumped on the woman, and then that seems like people are, but she angered people. She made people go, why would you say that? She just asked, what are the reasons? And would it be okay if I had a little glass of wine? Well, actually, yes. It's your body. You do what you want. You know, you can take this advice. You can take every bit from everybody, and none of it's going to be the same. And we've all got conflicting advice. Every single one of us have got different stories, advice from our surgeons, our hospital. Nobody is down a track that's exactly the same. And that's something that I took away very early days from this, that my journey is completely individual. And yes, I may put a question out, or somebody may put a question out, and you can only answer it from your own point of view, from what you've been told or what you believe. You can't preach to people saying that they're wasting this, that and everything. I think what I took from that, and people can shoot me down, whatever, I took from that this woman is really pissed off that she's had to pay for her own surgery and other people get it on the NHS. And I reckon that's where she was digging at. I've had to work hard for my... Yeah, so have I actually. So has a lot of people. Not everybody gets this on the NHS. And if you do get it on the NHS, bloody well done. You know, they should be doing something to help people that have got this. And it is effectively, you know, it's damaging people's lives. It's shortening their lives being morbidly obese and the problems that occurs with that. And I just think, you know, that's my feeling today is, and I tried not to say too much, but I can't help myself sometimes. You know, I was just like, I said to her, why would you say that? Why would you be so negative? She's not abusing her body if she wants a glass of bloody wine. Poor girl. I just said, you know, just do what you want to do at the end of the day. Don't, or ring your hospital and speak to your surgeon or speak to your dietitian and get their advice on it, because they're the ones that you trust predominantly. I mean, my surgeon, you know, and there's some conflict as well, because one woman came on and she said, I was told by my hospital my inside wounds haven't healed for 3 months to 6 months. Rubbish, actually. Well, I say rubbish. Actually, my surgeon said complete opposite. 2 weeks, Jan, and you're healed. You're healed on the inside. Your wounds on the outside, the incisions are still, obviously, they've got to take some time, but they're minor compared to what was going on the inside. He said, within 2 weeks, you are completely healed. And I'm like, wow. So, you know, there's just different stories, different conflicting advice. And of course, I've paid my money to go and see my surgeon and my hospital and follow the rules and things from them. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm not going to listen to somebody saying, absolutely no, you can't do this because blah, blah, blah. You know, and I guess, I don't know. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It is like people talking about the size of your dinner, you know, and somebody then commented the other day how, why do people keep putting their hand there? Well, because you put your hand there to show that you're having a small portion because you are worried that people are going to jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, I couldn't eat that. I'm still on a thumb. You know, and you just kind of go, oh, it's not helpful. If it's not helpful and positive, zip this. Don't say it. You know, people don't want that. They don't want to be scared into, oh, if you have a glass of wine, it's going to do this. No, it's not actually. Not one little glass. And nobody's out there caning it at 3 bottles a night. Nobody is. That would just be stupid. I think they'd be dead. The amount that the alcohol's going to absorb into our system quicker, you know. And I don't even think she knew what surgery she had. And there's a few different weight loss surgeries. Anyway, I need to get off this because it did really wind me up yesterday. I was like, "Argh." I was like a dog with a bone thinking, why not shut up, woman? Just shut up and leave the poor girl to her own positive comments. You know, everybody, just be nice, play nicely. Because I don't want to get gruff. Anyway, guys, I am actually in a good mood today. I'm just repeating what happened yesterday. And I just felt like I needed to get it off my chest, I guess. It looks really nice outside. The sun's shining, but I'm pretty sure it's quite chilly. It still is only 8 a.m. and I'm actually going to get my ride in quickly because I'm about to go and meet, well, at lunchtime I'm going to meet my friend Angela. Very, very good old friend of mine. I think she watches me in bed at night, so night, sweetie. Sweet dreams. But we're going to go and have lunch today in Pangbourne at a place called the Swan in Pangbourne, which will be really nice. And then we'll walk along the Pangbourne River. So that would be lovely. Anyway, guys, got all that off my chest, said what I wanted to say, had a grumble about my husband, you see. It's all good. It's like therapy for my soul, completely. Lisa, have a lovely lunch, and I'll speak to you guys. If you haven't already, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Add me on Instagram, Looking on the Lighter Side of Life, and follow my rants and trials and tribulations. I looked in the mirror actually this morning and I did think, oh, who's that? Because my face is looking so different. If I go back to my original videos, I'm like that. And today's weight loss surgery photo challenge is a non-scale victory. And I think when I get back from my cycle ride, my photo will have to be the fact that my towel now overlaps. It doesn't do that. Good stuff. Have a lovely day, people. Speak soon. Bye.